Today we're going to talk about 5 surprising low progesterone symptoms. Hi, I'm Stephanie, aka The Healthy Practitioner. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. This is where we talk health, wellness, and all things detox. So, when people tell me they are having insomnia or difficulty falling or staying asleep, we can give blame to external environment or stress, but did you know that progesterone is actually a cause of poor sleep? Progesterone affects GABA receptors in our brain, and if we are having a hormonal imbalance, we can feel progesterone deficiency in the form of insomnia. Another surprising symptom is anxiety or mood swings. So progesterone is the calming hormone of our brain. We think sometimes we have a serotonin deficiency or something in our neurotransmitters, but it could really be a hormone imbalance. So progesterone is very calming, and especially our progesterone that's produced inside of our body. So we can give external bioidentical hormones to help get our body in balance, but in the end, it's so good if we can get our body producing its own natural progesterone and getting it into the blood-brain barrier and having that calming effect. Another symptom that could be surprising is breast swelling and tenderness. So when women come to me and they tell me they have these symptoms, or they tell me they have fibrocystic breasts, I always have a red flag up with progesterone, and we get a progesterone test right away. Because we see the breast swelling and tenderness as something that is estrogen dominant, but it can happen when our progesterone and estrogen levels are imbalanced in the body. So typically when I'm seeing women and doing Harmony Within or hormone panels for them, I will get all of their sex hormones. So we'll get estradiol, progesterone, DHEA, sulfate, and testosterone, free in total. And looking at all of them helps me get understanding of the balance in their body. I'm also looking at a full thyroid panel, including antibodies, and a cortisol level to see where their adrenals are. Because we can, attribute some of these symptoms to other hormones in our body, but getting a full picture can really help us discover what part of the system is really lacking and support that system. Another surprising symptom of low progesterone can be spotting or irregular periods. So if anybody tells me that they have some spotting between cycles, it can mean that their progesterone's low, which helps build the uterine lining. So if progesterone's low, uterine lining isn't as thick, you can get spotting in between periods. So when I see that, always red flag, let's see what your progesterone is in your body. This can also cause irregular hormone cycles, irregular menstrual cycles. Progesterone being low can also cause anovulation, so that you're not having cycles. Lastly, chronic fatigue. We blame that on stress, external environment, our husband snoring, our babies keeping us up, which can all play a part of it as well. And sometimes I blame it on adrenals. Like if our adrenals aren't functioning, we can be fatigued during the day. But this is why getting a comprehensive hormone test is so important, because not only can it be your adrenals, but they can affect every other system in your body. So if one of our hormone systems is off, typically the other ones are struggling as well because they're trying to do more to keep up with it. Progesterone can help balance blood sugar and promote restful sleep. So when we see women or men experiencing these symptoms of chronic fatigue, we want to get a full lab panel on them to see where their deficiencies lie. So again, the 5 symptoms that I talked to you about, this is why I take my women on this journey of looking at the whole picture, because once we can identify imbalances in the body, it's usually not just one thing. It can be the adrenals are struggling, plus maybe their progesterone is low. When I get these labs, not only am I getting them for women that are bleeding still, I'm getting them in luteal phase of their cycle, so approximately between days 19 to 23. I'm looking at their progesterone and their estradiol. And even if they're both in normal range, I put them into a calculation because they need to be balanced in our body. So if our progesterone is low and off balance with estrogen, I want to build up the progesterone so that they can feel good in their body. I've helped hundreds of women through their journeys of whether they're in preconception trying to conceive, or they're postpartum and they feel out of balance, or if they're perimenopause or in menopause and just needing to get their hormones regulated. And one of the other common questions I'm asked is, well, Steph, I'm on this plan. Do I have to be on it forever? And that's a great question. What I tell people is that I don't ever want anybody to be on anything forever. That's not my point. But when someone's menopausal and they're on something and they're feeling really good, they got this regimen and it's like feeling really good in their body, and they start backing down and more symptoms come up, I just say, well, it's not not time to quit yet. So they keep on it. Then in a couple months, they check and see how they're doing. And so they get to play it by how their body feels. And with women that are like in preconception or younger ages, or they're just postpartum, I believe that when we can get back into homeostasis through stress management, proper nutrition, exercise, strength training, and supplementation to get whatever deficiencies corrected, that once they get back in sync, their body will start the cycle all over again, and that they won't need these external supplements or support to help them fuel their body appropriately. So I just say, like, don't give up on yourself. If your doctor is telling you just to pop an antidepressant because you're having these symptoms, dig deeper. Sure, if you need that for the time being, do what you need to do, but also keep digging. Don't just take medications that suppress your mood because you're having these physical symptoms. Be empowered through your journey and make the best decisions for your body and mind. Hope to see you here again soon. Until then.